Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Japanese campaign. And you might be thinking, why is it 1925? Well, with I think it was update 6 of the beta, all the saves got reset. And after they did that, I could see that there were going to be bugs, that they were going to have to reset the saves again. And I knew this was going to happen. So I'm now on beta RC1, which would be update 8. And I've done a time skip. So I've basically just started the campaign again, but I started in 1920 rather than in 1910. So, you may be thinking, well, then why are you 5 years in? Well, I've been waiting 5 years for the AI to actually go to war with me. And I am now at war with Russia. So we get to refight the Russian campaign. However, I did want to go through all of the new ships that we have available. And I wanted to explain the design philosophy behind them. Some of them you will recognize from the build videos I did under update whatever it was. Others you might be thinking, oh no, those are totally new. So first of all, we have the Fuso class. There are only 2 of these. They are pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. They have no less than 6 twin 14-inch guns. So they have quite a lot of firepower. They have the 4-inch casements. They can do 26 knots. And otherwise, they are hopefully going to be very effective. Heavy brawlers, broadside brawlers of a ship. Sadly, I don't have any of the 12-inch ships. It was all the 14s, so apologies for that. You can just assume that all those fantastic ships from the earlier part of the campaign have been given pride of place as museum ships. So yeah, we have the Fuso. Well, it's a bit bigger and chunkier than a Fuso. And we also have a second battleship, which is the modernized version of this, which I have called the Iseis. We have 2 of these. So we do have 2 Congos, basically. 4 Fusos, I mean. Because these are very similar. They are a little bit heavier. They are the same speed. They have the same sort of protection and equipment. And they have the same 6 twin 14-inch guns. The main difference is the Iseis are slightly better because they're on the slightly newer hull and they have the big pagoda tower rather than the regular tower. So I think that's actually the wrong way round for how it actually happened. I think the Iseis were not modernized and the Fusos were. I can't remember. I actually have to go and check. But yep. So we basically have the Fusos and the Iseis. These are our main 2 ships for our main battle line. 26 knots, broadside, loads of guns, should be good. We also have a battlecruiser. This is the Congo, or the Quongo, as I nicknamed it in the video. So based on the real Congo class, but not quite. They're the battlecruiser version of the Fusos and the Iseis, the battlecruiser 5 hull, and unlike a Congo, they have a Q turret, so they have a little bit less firepower. They have a little bit less protection with standard bulkheads and just multiple layers of inner armor. They don't have tons and tons of armor like they don't have the complicated inner layers. I mean, they're still perfectly fine, 14-inch main belt. They're a little bit faster at 29 knots. I couldn't quite get them to 30. But hopefully when we get some better engine techs, maybe some superior armor techs might be able to get them up to 30 knots. There's certainly they can certainly kind of push to that, but yeah, we need slightly better oil or something to be able to get these things up to the full 30 knots. But 29 is perfectly respectable. We then have 2 classes of heavy cruiser. We have this one, which is in, well, for you lot, the most recent video, but it was a while ago for me that I made it. This is the Miyoko class. She has 8 9-inch guns in 4 twin turrets and a bunch of 3-inch guns on the side. So a modern heavy cruiser, kind of typical middleweight for Ultimate Admiral anyway, with those gorgeous Japanese model 9-inch guns. Very nice indeed. She can do 30 knots. She's got... did I not change the rangefinders on these? Oh well, I'll fix that at some point. She's got a reasonable armour scheme. It's 10-5 scheme. So she's reasonably well armoured. A good kind of medium weight ship. And she has a slightly more advanced sister, the Yakushi class. Now this is the only ship we have in the fleet currently with triple turrets. It has 9-inch guns again in 3 triple turrets. Again, a hefty armament of 3-inch secondary guns and a speed of 30 knots. So very much an evolution of the Miyoko, experimenting with a slightly different gun layout. And she has an insanely good engine efficiency, this ship, because she's got this double funnel design, which I did mainly for aesthetics. A single funnel would have been more effective, but nowadays with at high engine efficiency, you basically get a lot of range for free. So this would be a lot of our long-range raider version compared to the Miyokos, which are more designed for anti-cruiser work. Although now I look at it, they have even longer range, so maybe it's the other way around. Never mind. Ignore everything that I just said. We then have the Suzuya, which is a design, again, that you've seen me doing in detail. This is just a slightly refitted version for the time skip. So the main difference is she's running the, is it the Mark IV? Yeah, it must be Mark IV 6-inch gun. So those are the bigger, chunkier model. So she has lost her torpedo launcher. But otherwise, the same ship, same sort of role. Long-ranged cruiser, well, potentially other light cruisers, but mainly taking out enemy destroyers and enemy convoys. She can also drop some mines to be annoying, and she can also serve as a long-range submarine hunter, ASW ship. So again, pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with these as a very interesting design that I copied across. The other design that is kind of similar to what I had in the previous series are these. These are the Momi class destroyers. They're running single 3-inch guns. So this is very similar to the destroyers that I had back in 1910. It's just on a slightly different hull, but it's the same basic kind of idea. These are now very out of date, and I will probably get rid of them, but they're still useful. They can lay mines, they can hunt submarines just as effectively as the more modern destroyer, which I'm going to show off in a minute. Like these are still perfectly capable little ships. It's just that they're more about the they're more of a utility ship. I'm not going to be using these in an offensive role. But you know, a ship is a ship, and it's better to have an older, slightly obsolete design protecting a convoy than nothing at all. And then we have my take on a Fubuki class. No, it's not a historical build. Don't get angry at me in the comments. Anyway, she carries 8 twin 5-inch guns. She's a little bit faster as well. She can do 37 knots. She's actually a knot slower than the real Fubukis. She has a quad torpedo launcher, and that's pretty much it. But a very nice little, well, verging on a light cruiser almost, kind of level of firepower, kind of heavy destroyer. And they're not actually that heavy. They're only 2,400 tons, but very, very optimistic about these. I've seen how effective 5-inch armed destroyers can be at just blasting through things, and they have those, again, absolutely gorgeous Japanese mounts on them, which I really, really like. So that's what we have to take on the Russians. I have no idea, none, zilch, what kind of fleet the Russians are running. I haven't even looked, so I should probably do that. And we should probably see if we can get a fight to generate. Let's check the politics screen. Russia. They have 8 battleships, 4 battlecruisers, so they have 4 more battleships than we do, and a whole mess of smaller stuff, including some submarines, about double the size of our navy. Mostly in smaller ships, but they do have more full-on battleships as well. However, it shouldn't be too hard to generate some fleet action. What have they got up here? Yeah, they've got some stuff in Vladivostok. And they've got these ships right here, which we might be able to intercept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of... Well, actually, no, I'm not. No, I am. I'm going to put all of them on every ship on... Even you, Fuso. Sea control. But I'm going to put the Momies on defend. So they'll stay in port, they'll lay mines, they'll do the odd interception that's close to the coast, but I don't want them sailing around doing stupid things. I'm also going to max my crew training budget, and I'm going to use the wartime funds to expand our shipyard, and hopefully I'm going to get an event. And I've just realised that I'm not recording the game sound, which is a bit of a boo-boo. So apologies for that. It should have fixed it. But I will double check. Okay, that's it. Fixed. Sorry about that. So just me chit-chatting. It won't have been much. It'll just be clinking and clunking and things like that. But we do immediately have a fight, which is fantastic. The Yakashuki class ship, which is actually the lead ship, she is also the most riddled with errors. We actually got pretty lucky with the flaws roll against the derped class. Oh my goodness, I just have to see this thing. 4 twin 8.7 inch guns with cadets. Oh, Russia, never change. Oh my goodness me, what an apps. Actually looks quite good, but the name, you called it the derp class. Oh, sorry, derped, but derp, it's the derp class. And that's what it is. But it's lovely to see our modern heavy cruiser, proper modern heavy cruiser as well, taking to the seas. As with all my designs, I've kind of been sticking to standard beam and draft. For the Japanese fleet, seems to work quite well. At least until we get into the bigger ships, which tend to be too fat for their own good. Right, let's have a look at this thing. The derped class. Actually, the name is a little bit unfair to it. That's actually a really interesting little cruiser. I quite like that as a design. It's a shame it has a cadet crew. That's a little bit of a point against it, and it's a little bit of a shame that it got such an unfortunate name. Oh my goodness. Jesus, I just noticed all the we just sunk something. Bloody hell. Wow. Okay. Probably a lucky hit, but damn. Torpedoes unsafe. Yeah, it looks like we are actually trying to shoot. We may have accidentally shot a destroyer there. Oh, those are cute. Look at them. They're doing that really annoying trick of having side-mounted torpedo launchers. But they're cute. Oh, goodbye torpedoes on the heavy cruiser. Launch some of our own. Also try and maintain a little bit of distance. Yeah, those are all going to miss. Still, worst in the world. Wow, it's just like spraying bullets from those 3-inch 28s. Ow. A lot of damage from a secondary gun hit. Rude. Right, let's have a look at this derp class. Can't get over that name. Wow. Very fast. Armor is okay, actually. Yeah, they're not bad, actually. Very fast. Very, very fast. Be paying through the nose for that speed, though. But it will make them annoying to hit. Not if we flood them, though. And certainly not if we will get any hits with that enormous torpedo wave. Which I doubt, but maybe. Yeah, that's a big miss. Oh, that was good. More flooding, yes please. Really need some more flooding hits. I need to actually check if I change the length of these, because these are crazy. Look at that. Bzzzt. Oh, lovely. Come on, we need to slow them down. Yeah, we've got an engine out. That's good. Only 14% chance to pen. I thought we'd get slightly more. That we're just over-penning on the extended bits, though. Some more torpedoes for you to deal with. Oh my goodness. 3-inch guns, though. Causing a surprising amount of bother for the poor old Victor, who is probably going to sink in a minute. Hey! Oh, Victor, Victor, Victor. Tube powder as well. It's a little bit unlucky of you. Just a tad. Just a tad unlucky. Yeah, they're going to sink in a minute. See if we can nail that destroyer. Probably not. It's probably disappeared. Oh, no. See if we can get 3-inch guns on it. Oh, flooding hit. That's not bad. Why are you firing AP? Fire HE for goodness sake. 9-inch AP is just excessive. He says, and then immediately gets a partial pen. Probably because I'm hitting the deck. Yeah, deck pen is not good on these. Not with HE anyway. Maybe explains it. So they're not the fastest destroyers in the world. What do they carry? 20-inch fast torpedoes. Can live with that. Oh, Millie shush. Yeah, we're gonna let that destroyer get away, I think. No point wasting ammunition on a silly chase that's not going to do any good. Still, the Yakushi has done a good job, particularly as she's the member of the class with the most flaws in her design. And yeah, there we go. End battle. Happy with that. Millie, I know you're happy. I know. Barking at nothing again. Such a silly dog. Shush! It's like, oh, I'm going to sit down and record some Dreadnoughts. You've been quiet all day. All day. Right. And we have another fight as well. Oh, and Russians just sailing into mines. Look at that. 100% damage. 100% damage. Wow. Oops. And more. Oh my word. Russia never change. And we have a convoy. This is going to be a bit more of a curb stomp, but we got the derp herself. Oh, good. Seems a bit foolish to attack a convoy this well defended, but will give us a chance to test out all of our stuff. Wow, the entire... Really? Really? Overkill much. Yeah, north. Oh, Millie shush. I mean, I know it's an important convoy, but this seems like an excessive response, and also very stupid by the Russians. Like, why on earth would a single heavy cruiser lead a squadron against what is pretty much the entire Imperial Japanese Navy? I mean, look at this. We have ships everywhere. It's glorious, though. Look at that. Anyway, eye candy aside, apologies for the clanking. Kirishima and Yamashiro are having a bit of a discussion. Please stop it. Okay, that one, to be fair, was my fault. But to the north. See, now if I was the Russians, I would just be running away at this point. Just turning tail and absolutely legging it. But, you know, if I just get a cool thumbnail out of it, I'm happy. I don't mind if they want to just run away. Look at this. Doing Formula 1 stuff. Keeping the tyres warm. Oh, dearie me. It's because the battleships are slightly different. Oh, they're all the same speed. So why are they doing that? Weird. Yeah, this is a ghost battle, which is very disappointing. I would like it if I think the battle range is set pretty much at random, but I think well, it's not at random, but I know it can go up to 50k. I think that either the ships should be close enough at the battle start that they can interact with each other, because particularly for a convoy attack, like, because what's basically happened here is Russian ships have approached the convoy and then run away. Now, none of that really needs to go into the battle screen. You could just do all of that. You could just do all of that on the campaign layer, surely. So yeah, I'm not sure why it does that, but we'll just end the battle there. It's technically a draw, but you know, strategic victory for us. Russians retreated. Seems fine. I'm really looking forward to doing a US campaign. I don't know if I'll do that next or if I'll wait for some more hulls for the US, because they are probably the lightest on hulls. Oh, hi, Millie. Have you stopped woofing? Have you stopped woofing? Have you? Oh, hello. Have you stopped woofing? Have you? More, yes. Anyway. Why is our expenses gone crazy? Probably because I just went ham on all of the buttons. But yes, welcome back to the Japanese campaign. Not that for you it was any length of time, but for me it's been nearly a week. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.